I never had back problems. And I was running my backhoe, and I couldn't get this little rock in my bucket. It just would not go in there because of the angle of the hill. Well, I jumped off the tractor, picked this rock up, and I threw it in my bucket. I was working with two guys, and I didn't hear it, but I just fell down to the ground. They heard a pop.
I was so worried because we weren't even sleeping in the same bed. He would come out and sleep on the couch because he was in such agony that he didn't want to keep me awake at night. But I was very, very worried that he was never going to be the same again.
I'd be walking and my back would go out. We could be walking in Costco and I'll just fall to the ground, or I'll fall on my wife and she keeps me from hitting the floor. It's embarrassing, you know what I mean? This is how I walk. This is me.
Yep.
I turn around, I had to go like this. It's horrible. I meant to go do something with it. But every time I said, okay, that's it, I'm gonna go do it, it would be fine. And I said, okay, well, maybe it's fine, you know? And so I kept on putting off, and putting it off, and putting it off. And then one day, I sneezed on the way to work, and that was it. About crashed. And we drove straight to the emergency room.
We went to the emergency because he had no appointment, so he had to go to the emergency to take the MRI.
Yeah, I had a herniated disc and a bunch of other problems going on in there. So I went into Kaweah, and we seen Dr. Lou, in the neurology department.
And we look at all our patients and try to understand where they're coming from, what their problems are, what's going on in their lives, because what we recommend really has to take into account all these things. It's not a one-size-fits-all situation.
He actually told me that he has similar pains in his back and he lives with it. That I should really just think about whether I want to go in and have this surgery or not.
Anytime somebody suffers any kind of illness, there are lots of options. Surgery is only one of them.
And I came home and I told my wife, you know, I'm not going to do it. I'm talking to my dad. My dad goes, you know, once you cut in your back, it's done. You know, and I heard the horror stories, you know. But these are old horror stories before technology advanced.
When we consider something like surgery, it's really when the trajectory of the natural process of healing isn't getting us to where we want to go.
So then we went, 2 days? And your pain just got so much worse and you weren't getting any better. And you called.
It's hard to describe that ongoing pain. You know, you ever hit your thumb with a hammer and that pain was just like, and you keep squeezing it, and eventually it goes away. Now imagine that pain not stopping. There could be a fire over here, but all you can think about is that pain. That's how it is with back pain, with the herniated disc back pain. So people who have this pain know what I'm talking about. The people who don't, you don't know. It's just like you go to war, you think, yeah, man, I can imagine. No, you can't imagine what it's like.
When he woke up in the hospital, the first thing he did was see if he had feeling in his foot because he had lost feeling in your right foot. When he woke up, he had sensation in his foot.
And when I was able to stand up and actually walk, I was just like, yeah, this is gonna be okay.
And you didn't feel any pain, but you told me that if Dr. Lou was there, that you would kiss him, and you could.
You didn't need to tell him that.
When he came out after your surgery to tell me that George was okay, you could tell in his eyes that he cared. It wasn't just like, oh, your husband's okay. He really, really took the time to explain what he did and that he thinks George is going to be okay and everything went well.
Good guy, really wonderful outcome.
It's like brand new. It's like brand new. I have no back pain whatsoever. They saved my life completely. They saved the joy in my life. They saved the new experiences in my life. They saved my marriage. And I'm not saying my wife would leave me, but that romance wasn't there, you know what I mean? They saved my employment. They saved my home. Yeah, they saved my life.
Everybody who has medical issues, they're always in Santa Barbara or they're, Stanford, but they had it here. Something of his nature, what he needed done, they had here at Kaweah Delta, and to me that's just totally awesome. Best thing he ever did.
And I passed some pretty good-sized kidney stones where they had to put a stint in me to pass them. What nothing compared to that back pain. And he fixed me, and I'll be forever in debt to that man. Ever, forever.
You would still kiss him?
Yeah, I think I'll kiss him. Right on the lips.